Hello, Jen.
Hello, my friend. How are you, Amber?
I am excited to talk about this book series that we're reading.
Welcome to Morally Gray Babes. We're your hosts, Jen and Amber, two unapologetic book addicts diving deep into the steamiest dreams, hottest book boyfriends, and those spicy moments that make you blush.
Amber here, and we're not just here to talk plot twists and character arcs. We're breaking down everything from our favorite quotes to the spice levels that really bring the heat.
Expect a lot of laughs, a little cussing, and some seriously hot takes. Whether we're gushing over fictional men or dishing out the truth on what books deserve the hype, nothing is off limits.
So buckle up, Buttercup, and get ready for real, raw, and totally unfiltered book talk. Because we're the book besties you didn't know you needed. So, hello, Morally Gray Babes. Today we're going to be talking about the series known as Her Vicious Beast. And it's by E.P. Bali. And I do like the covers of these books, of this book series. I will say that.
Me too.
I
do too.
They don't have, sometimes I very much judge a book by its cover.
I do too.
And I try really hard not to. And then when someone tells me the book is really good, I just don't even look at the cover, just dive into the book, right? Because
of course.
They have people's like a character or a photo of someone on the cover and it doesn't match the MMC in my head.
Correct. It's super irritating.
It totally throws me off. Okay, but we're talking about Her Vicious Beast. This has been on my TBR since June, and we are recording this in September. So it's been on my TBR for a while. I found it stumbling on Book Talk, and it has things that I love. If you know, my Roman Empire book is Psycho Shifters by Jasmine Moss. This has similar things. So when I was listening to the person on Book Talk or Bookstagram, whatever you want to go, she was like, it is a reverse harem, like sold.
Yes, sir.
A woman who has fated mates. Check. It's a woman who has fated mates, but it's some of them are enemies to lovers.
A lot of them are, I would say.
Some of them. So let's just say some. And then there's possessive alpha holes. There's a dark academia setting. There's
trials.
There's trials. There's shifters. I'm not at the trials part yet. Did I miss it?
Well, you did. I mean, for sure, because there was trials in the last book. It was student trials, they call it, like a trial, not like
that's not
like trials, not the same thing, but it adds an element to the book.
It adds an element. So she's talking about like judicial trials. There's in the book. For me, when I think of trials and I think of like a fantasy or a paranormal, I'm thinking like they're going to have to go through some wicked like maze. There's a lady in the lake that's trying to drag you down. You got to solve a riddle.
Exactly.
That's not there yet. So I will say that this book has 5 books in the series. The 5th one coming out later this year. I think it's actually December 31st of this year, which makes
thank goodness, because I was ready to cry. No, I mean, thank goodness it's coming out. If you told me that it was coming out next year, I would cry.
It's like, it's coming out, and like we're reading it in September 2026. I'm like, no.
No.
So at least it's this year. You're right. We only have like 3 months. But I will say that there's 5 books in the series. The 5th one, like I said, is coming out in December. However, there is a prequel to this book. It's a short novella. Highly recommend to read that first because it gives you some background of this book. Now, we're just going to talk about this book, right?
Yeah, the series. We're going to talk about the series. Yes.
We are currently starting on book 3. So we read the prequel. We read book 1, and I'm just going to say their names. Book 1 is Her Feral Beast. Book 2 is Her Rabid Beast. And book 3, which we're starting, is Her Psycho Beast. After that, you get Her Tortured Beast and Her Monstrous Beast. Good Lord, there's a lot of beasts. And the prequel, the little short novella, is Her Vicious Beast, the beginning. So you
really about the female main character and kind of what she has gone through. The bulk of it is
before she ends up where she
correct.
and
Correct.
so you have this woman.
An education location. That's what Amber loves the most.
I think I like it because one, there's always trials. It's like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Right? There's always like,
Yeah.
what was it called? The Triwizard Cup, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's going to be some kind of trials in here. And I like the fact that whenever you have the dark academia setting, you tend to learn a little bit about the history and about more of the magic settings. I would say not in this book. Like, they go to class, but you're not really learning that much about the world building. So
Correct.
that's a little different. So we're going to talk about what this book is about. It's about this girl.
This series is about, yes.
Right, the series.
We normally don't come to you guys with an episode if we haven't fully read a series, but we've read enough of the book so far, the prequel, book 1 and book 2, that we know we're going to love it and we're going to recommend it. And this is why we're telling you now, so you could read along with us.
And it's also good because, like, we are on, like I said, going into book 3. And I think it tells, like, we're still interested. We read the prequel, books 1 and 2. We're still interested to dive into book 3. So that's saying something. I think sometimes with series, it kind of fizzles. Maybe number 2 isn't as good. Maybe it takes a while to get through book 1. Like Plated Prisoner series with, I think it's Rebecca Kennedy. Look at me just naming things off the top of my head.
It's good for you. I can't do that to save my life.
Book 1 was really hard for a lot of people. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, without the prequel, I don't know that I'd be reading this. Like, the prequel got me to go immediately read book 1.
So it is about a young woman. She is 20, so not young, but
young.
Her brain is not fully developed. So she's 20, and she has known in this world their powers awakened at puberty. They just determine what kind of shifter they will be when they hit puberty. They also learn if they're part of I'm going to say pack, right? So it's
perfect.
Yeah.
They're destined mate pack. Like, basically she found out that she has 5 mates.
Well, and they form a pack.
Yes.
And she's the glue that holds them all together. And there's a certain term for that.
Regina. They call it a Regina.
Unless you're...
I'm like, is that like vagina? I was like, what?
Guy is a Reginus, and then something. Reginus, and then if they use they and them pronouns, there's a different... A Rex is the male bond, like male glue. Let's just call it male glue.
Yeah.
Although that sounds gross. But the male glue is called Rex. The female glue is called Regina. And then if they use the they them pronouns, it was called Regius.
Yeah, I think.
Something like that.
U.S. And the girl is A.S., I believe.
INAS.
There's a bunch of words. That part was a little confusing to me, but
they said Rex.
Understandable.
I was like, they just said Rex at one time, and I was like, what the hell is the Rex? And then, like, a couple of paragraphs later, it said, oh, he's the Rex in the pack. That's their male Regina or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool beans.
I completely missed that. Of course, I've been reading real fast. That could be why.
And then, so it's about this girl. And so when she hits her mom is deceased. So just like any kind of princess fairy tale, parents are dead. And like are dead.
And her dad is like the evil stepmother, only it's her real father.
But he wasn't evil to her to begin with because he is the Serpent King.
Correct.
He believes that his daughter is going to take after him and be a serpent. However, when her powers come out, she is not a serpent. She's more like the mom, and we're not going to say what that is.
Correct. I was like sitting here going, no, don't say it. That was a big reveal to me. That was that was a big reveal of what she is. I liked it.
Yes. So he just kind of shuns her. He is kind of like a purist. He likes serpents. He loves,
and he's a horrible person. Let's just throw it out there.
Manipulative and cunning and a sly little man. So
that's exactly how I picture him, a little man.
Yeah. So He is basically like a Slytherin. I don't know what's all these Harry Potter references, but he is like Voldemort. Like he's just an evil man. And
Yes.
he shuns her. He puts her in this like little hovel and she is like touch starved. She has minimal interactions with people. And then
She's really
at
hidden from the age of
13,
8, what
13
13. From the age of 13, she was hidden until she
abort
comes
tells
to
them
the education
7 years.
place.
Yes, but we have to say her dad marries her off.
Yes.
He meets her.
I'm all. Yeah, but she didn't know it. FYI, it was
It was not
undercover. It was a surprise to her.
biggest
Let's
surprise,
just
yes, to this other evil man. So her dad tries to marry her off to this evil man. She meets her mates. All of a sudden, her husband is now deceased. Her dad frames her. She's on the run. And that's kind of like where it takes off, right? She's on the run. The aunt says, "Here's your dress." And she's wearing that black silk dress. And it's basically just a slip that shows everything. Goes to the house. And then she realizes that they're getting married. The man signs the contract, hands the pin to the dad, not her, because it's the old ways, as I'm used.
Yep.
Dad signs it, and he's like, because it's custom of the old ways, she spends one more night at
home. That's right. Yes. There's a lot of old customs and there's multiple different
She's
animal types,
you can't
right? You have the snake type of people. You've got sharks. You've got bears, I think, wolves for sure. Like there's a bunch of different animals.
Serpent court, you have
Yep.
the wolf pack, you have the marine court, you have the hyenas and the lion pack, and like there's
The lions.
so much. So much in there. And so she's on the run, and we're not going to give anything else away, but she has
Yeah.
multiple groups of people trying to not just, I don't want to say unalive her, but bring her back to her dad, because her dad knows just how powerful she can be and wants to use her to kind of create his own army. And
we're not going to give anything away because there's other details, of course, that are better as a surprise when you're reading. I agree.
feel like that's a good, I mean, and then she ends up, when we say academic setting, she ends up going to this academy that is for basically criminals and
Yes.
kind of like
rehabilitation.
Yeah. They go rabid
or feral.
And so she is there, but it's also kind of like a protective ground. So anyone that's there is sort of protected. So it's kind of giving her breathing room. At the same time,
Yes.
people from all over are some are trying to unalive her, some are trying just to bring her back to her.
Take her back to her dad.
He wants to
use
her
yes.
Form an army.
Well, yes. That's a good way of putting it. I'm like,
how will we say this?
What would you rate? Now, keep in mind, we're going into the third book, right? So that's 4 books in the series.
Like, I love that the female main character has a group of like besties.
Ride or dies.
Not just 1 or 2. It's like a little smorgasbord of besties, and I love that.
Real female power, female support. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I like it. So I love that. I love that she sacrifices herself for her best friends.
100%.
That's her personality.
That's her. I was just gonna say that is definitely her personality. I love the men.
Well, good. I mean,
surprise.
I love how feral they are and how controlled some of them are.
Obsessive they are. Controlling, yes. Obsessive.
No, when I say controlling, I mean like controlling of themselves. Like they are very controlled, but underneath they're just like beasts, right? Like they have this fire inside of them. And so she has 5. One, I mean, we're not going to say what their characters are or what their...
No, because that will give it away for sure.
Even though it's in the prequel. So you read
it's in the prequel. Yes. Yeah, true.
Because when she goes to figure out like if she has mates and if she's a Regina, the Oracle basically gives her this poem and it says what her shifters are, right? So
5 dark hearts, something. Yeah.
Yes, that's the So I love the men, but I wish there was more about her powers and what she's
Because I don't
capable of.
think she knows the level of her powers.
She doesn't, and it pissed me off that
which
one
is
of her pages,
cool.
like, let's never tell her how strong she could be because she could.
Yeah,
I'm like,
come on.
her fucker.
Right.
I'm like,
That's
"Fuck."
exactly right.
I'm like, why? Like, she's supposed to be part of your soul. Like, you're all connected. And if he loves his brothers as much as he does, and they've all been through some shit, like,
Yes, that they've all had traumatic childhood,
and we only
like
know 3
her.
of their childhoods so far.
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
they're tragic.
I mean, every time it goes for a flashback again, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. It's they're sad.
But
Yeah.
those are the things that I love. I wish there was more in the history and in under like discovering her powers, because she's like, oh yeah, I forgot I could do this. I'm like, bitch, if I could,
Hello.
I would not be forgetting I didn't have to, like, I don't know, bend over to tie my shoes. I'd be like, oh yeah, let me tie my shoes with my mind.
I love this female main character. There's a situation in book 2 where she's just, and I'm not going to give it away, she's not just somebody who's selfless and will do whatever she can for her friends, but she's also, the word authentic is not working for me here. She's just very like truth, like what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. She has a real good here. Yes. And to her detriment in many situations. I was thinking, I'm like, would I do that? When you'll figure this situation out.
Yeah, I understand the part that you're talking about. My biggest thing was they didn't ask her why.
Okay, so my biggest complaint
in my head, I was like, because I was like, would I do this? And I'd be like, listen, shark bait. Like,
let's talk about your illegal activities.
Well, no, it wasn't even that. I'd just be like, listen, like mind to mind communication telepathically. I would be like, while he's tell me like my punishment for what I did. Yes, I think I would have done that. I
would have done that, but I would have I would have said, now, if you're going to punish me for this, then you need to punish that person for what he did. Yes. Like that.
I would have said that telepathically. I'm like, maybe you should ask me why. Like,
yeah, I'm still super well, and I knew she wasn't going to say anything publicly because her friend was already embarrassed, but she could totally telepathically say it. And that was my biggest complaint about. I have 2 complaints about this series, and I still love it, but like fully love it. But my 2 complaints is, one, that she didn't speak up even telepathically or after the situation, or even when she was when she was being taken care of for that. Like,
but it was curious. Like, I would have blurted it out. She was like on pain medication. And I was like, I would have just like,
I'm like, why is it not coming? Yeah. So, but again, that she's honoring her friend, or at least I think that's why just from the things that she said leading up to it.
Like, they're not even curious. Like, why did you not do this? Why did you do this? They don't even care.
And then the second thing is that they call each other by like Mr. and Mrs. because it's an academic setting. And I always have a hard time keeping all the names straight with fantasy books because there's just a lot of characters. Yeah. But then you add in the last names and it's very confusing.
There was one part where I was reading and I was like, they said the name Hope. I'm like, who the fuck is Hope? And then I had to stop because I was like walking.
And then you have to like scroll back to like find out what.
No, I was just sitting there and I stopped walking and I was like, wait, who's Hope? And then I had to keep going through all the characters that we have talked about. I was like, okay.
Okay, I still don't know who Hope is.
Hope is the lady that she works with on Fridays and Saturdays in the medical ward.
Shit. Okay, got it. But see, now that makes sense. But I was like, and we're not going to, yeah.
There's a couple of things. One, they didn't ask her why she did what she did.
Yep.
Y'all will know on book 2 what we're talking about. Number 2, she's still wearing skanky clothes, even though that's not her personality. Like,
you are always about the clothes. You said this about another book that we read before. Yes. You're all, the girl couldn't get underwear. And then we're in this book. And all I could think of was, oh my God, Amber's going to be talking about her underwear.
Yes. it just annoys me. It annoys me because she's like, she does it in the beginning to like piss them off.
I mean, she
But
did do
then
some shopping, let's just say. There was a
listen,
lot of fun products that
they
she
didn't
was
go shopping, but at the same time, like she didn't get pajamas. She
No,
didn't get like she
I
didn't get
know.
whole like clothes for the winter or what.
I
She
know.
just got skank clothes, which is fine. That's but she was doing it. She like doesn't like wearing them, and I'm like, "Well,
Yeah, you can't complain about it if you're okay with it. Like
I'm like, then get some other clothes and just wear them whenever you want to like piss them off, but don't wear them every single day. I don't know. That got on me.
I
So the clothes, one of her punishments because she smart mouths the professor is that she has to clean the latrines. She hasn't been cleaning them, bitch. Like they never.
or we're not reading about it anyway if she hasn't.
No, because she's supposed to be doing it every night, and then every night she does X, Y, Z, and I'm like, aren't you supposed to be cleaning the latrines for a month? Do that. You just forget. So those kind of things. And the only reason I talk about it, and the only reason it fires me up is because those little things take me out of the book. And there's some people that will never notice, and they're just engrossed, and they're like, they love the book, and they
The
can
bathroom one didn't bother me at all, but the other things we talked about super bothered me. So
it bothered me because it was like she's supposed to be working on
why say it?
Fridays.
Yeah, why say it?
But like she went like it's been 2 weeks since this event. I was like, okay, so she's supposed to be in the infirmary working, and then she's like, and I just stepped back into the infirmary, blah blah blah, for my shift, and I'm like, were you not going when you were supposed to? Like, why weren't you going those weekends? Like, it takes me out of the story, and I know that's my brain, and I know if I ever wrote a story, there would be so many things that I forgot.
It would be a very long story so that people wouldn't have any complaints. I honestly think the little questions that we have are the things, in my opinion, that get edited out of books, and the editors are like, nobody's gonna care. But we care.
We care. Maybe that's it.
I'm guessing because I can't imagine an author would put something in and then not like finish it out by having it in there later on. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But still, and talk to me a little bit about what you thought in terms of because it's 3 books that we've read, even though we're on book 2, right? It was 3 books that we read. What did you think about the rating for Spice?
In book 1, obviously 0.
Yeah.
It was nothing. It was just a
Wait. Wasn't there something in the dungeon, or wasn't that in book 1?
Oh, it was like a
I'm just saying it wasn't
like
nothing.
a bell pepper. Bell pepper.
Not even an onion. It was a bell pepper.
No, I mean it was a tease. So I would say now that we're kind of ramping up, right? And
And you're thinking about this book who we just read.
Yes, thinking about
and we earned it. Start reading these books. We earned to have a really good one.
But since she has 5 mates,
that already levels it up a bit. Because I was thinking 2 or 3, and I'm leaning toward 3 just because it's going to be more people at some point.
I was afraid the prequel was a
0.
Bell pepper.
0.
1 scene, 2 keys, blah blah blah.
0.
So there was 1 scene, but
Mm-hmm.
I would say book 1 is probably a 2, and then I would say book 2 is kind of like.
I know it's hard. That's why I keep saying between 2 and 3, because it's not 3, or there'd be more.
There's
I think
not more. There's like 2 or 3 scenes, and 1 is very enthusiastic. So as Jen spits up her water. So I would say, let's just say 2.5. It's like a 2.5.
Okay, we can do that. That's about right. And what did you rate it overall?
I like the series. I like the series a lot. So I'm saying it's a 4 for me.
Yeah, it's of course a 5 for me. I mean, it is.
So
it is.
Talking about it while we were setting up today, I was like, it reminds me a lot of Psycho Shifters. But I like Psycho,
but not to your level. Yeah.
And I think because the only reason is I love the female main character in the last 3 books in Psycho Shifters. Arabelle, yes. Her snarkiness, her humor, her dark humor, love it.
This is from another series, just to make sure there's no confusion.
Yes. So Erin from Psycho Shifters and Aurelia from Vicious Beast are very similar, that they're badass. They have this amazing power. They have this amazing beast within them. They are self-sacrificing.
Yep.
Like they have their people that they love and they protect them at all costs.
Yes, exactly correct.
However, Erin from Psycho Shifters has this dark, sarcastic, snarky humor that I relate.
True. You're right.
I feel like
that is a difference. And Erin has an attitude of not giving a shit, but Arabella feels like she cares a lot.
Aurelia.
Yeah.
It's okay. Aurelia does. I think she cares. Yeah. And she's just super kind and super sweet. And I like how she has a backbone and she knows the political side of things because she was raised under the Serpent King. So
yes.
she understands all the political dynamics. And so she's willing to take action, even if it causes her ill will.
Harm too. Yeah.
Because she understands the dynamic play. Now, she's not happy about it, but she understands it. And so I like that. But
she's not a whiner. I love that she's not a whiner.
God.
Because I couldn't handle it. And while there is miscommunication, for me, it wasn't a lower rating or I'm not going to read it situation. Like it wasn't like that. It was just little bits. And I'm assuming that they're going to wrap it up a little bit by maybe coming back and visiting some things and kind of the reasons why. But who knows? We'll see.
I'm just excited because like we're moving into book 3. So we read the novella in book 1 and 2. We're on 3. There's 5 total with the novella. So I'm excited that we're still interested in finishing it off because sometimes we get to
and we've got 2 more books, which makes me excited.
Well, we still got 3, right? 3, 4.
Well, but we have 2 more books that are published that we get to read. And we can't. So like I'm in my head right now when you told me before this episode that it's not going to be out till December, I was literally like, okay, so do I stop it at this book or do I stop it at the next book? Because I don't want a cliffhanger and have to wait till December.
No, I was like, I guess we need maybe read book 3
and then decide.
And then decide. But yeah. It's just
we highly recommend it. So like
I'm excited. I wish I found some graphic art so we can visualize the characters.
I have them in my head already. I don't want anything ruining that.
Who do you think would play? Is that his name? Scythe?
Scythe?
Yeah.
Synth or Scythe? I don't know. Scythe. It sounds like sight when they say it audibly.
I say Scythe in my head.
And that's how they referred to him verbally when I listened to part of it.
Cool beans. So if you had to put like an actor's face to it, who would that
I'm
be?
horrible with that at knowing actor names, so that's not going to help me in any way.
Oh.
But if you know of somebody that you think would play that role, and the fact that you're saying Scythe to begin with, is this the character that you like the best?
No. So Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, pulls up. Let's see. Not at all. Like, not even a little bit. When I pictured him, because that guy is smaller, like he's like lean.
Big. Yeah, but who is my favorite?
I have favorites for different reasons, and we haven't seen certain characters interact with her sexually. That would make me.
You're so funny.
I know, but that's what would make me. I want to hear the dirty talk. I want to hear all of that stuff. And I don't believe that we've heard enough from.
You are excited to see Xander with her.
Yes.
Yes. I think my favorite would have to be the fifth one. We're not gonna
Really interesting.
I like so there's one that's called Savage.
I
He's
like, I love his devotion to her.
yeah,
Oh my God.
devotion is very energetic,
So good.
boundless energy, and a little savage.
And because he's savage, it's surprising how positive he is.
To
And
her,
supportive.
only to her, but it only
Oh no, only to her.
it's like only
And he doesn't care about it being in front of people either, which I love.
The Scythe, right? We're not gonna say what he is, but Scythe, I like his control and how he is this massive predator where he just is very demanding and
Yes, good
quite
girl.
demanding.
Good girl.
Praise does not do anything for me. So the other was, I feel like if we say the other ones is maybe
Yeah, I don't want to ruin anything.
so Xander, I mean, he's just an ass right now, but I think he's going to be the most deeply scarred. And I think it's going to be a huge character arc for him. And I like that. I'm excited to see it because they give little Easter eggs or little nuggets about
Yeah.
it's like
Teasers.
mate with his shifter. And that's going to be exciting to see. But
Yeah.
the one that's in the academic setting, I like him. I just want to hug him.
Oh, and like the suits and the
No, I just want to hug him. I just think he needs love. But the fifth one, which we will not share, I think he is going to be the most obsessed.
Oh, yes, because he watches her.
I think he's my favorite. And I like his nickname for her.
Oh, you do? That's funny because I don't.
So
I
one
just
of them
don't.
calls her princess, which I can't stand. Princess.
Yeah. I like when he says it though, but go ahead.
One calls her angel. One
Yep.
calls her. I don't think Scythe calls her anything yet. And Xander is like calls her
Snake girl. Yeah, which I don't like either.
well,
But
no,
the other,
her, but he calls her Snakelet. I think it's so cute. It's but she's not. Well, she's not a snake. So I just think it's kind of cheeky, and I think it's funny. So
I cannot wait to keep reading. Bottom line.
I can't wait to bring alive her dad.
That is literally what I'm waiting for sure.
I want to see more about the phoenixes. Like I don't know. I like Phoenix
Stuff.
mythology.
Yeah.
And I want to hear more about the phoenixes.
And I feel like too that these books revealed things in an appropriate time. There's some books I read that it feels like it takes too long to unload stuff. And then there's some books that is like reveal, and you're like, whoa, I'm overwhelmed. This really was perfect.
I think so. I think it's going well. I'm very excited about this series. I'm excited to continue. I'll be very bummed to wait till December, but I'm excited.
Yes. And we decided to bring it to you before that because we thought it's that good of a series in particular that we wanted to make sure that we tell you about it while we're in the middle of it because it's so good in our opinion.
Yes, while it's fresh in our heads. All right.
So thanks for tuning in, babes. If you loved hanging out with us today, don't forget to check the show notes for all the juicy details and links.
You can also discover your real book boyfriend with our epic quiz, which is linked in our show notes. And of course, follow us for more spicy reads, hot takes, and unfiltered fun. Until then, stay morally gray.